This is actually one of my favorite LeBron games of all time. We're seeing on the screen.
The Knicks one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because this is the
season about this in
with Kobe's legacy breakdown.
And this is LeBron's first MVP season, and the Cavs were better, definitively. They might have not. Again, this is always going to be the question for me and LeBron as we go through this. Is it the team getting better, or is it LeBron evolving? Right?
Yeah.
So another MVP for LeBron. 28 and what'd that say? 4?
No, what? 7 and 7?
Yeah, hold on. I just want to get the.
Yeah, he averaged 28.4, 7.6, 7.2. I think rebounds, maybe assists.
And he
almost 2 steals and a block. That was
this
dope.
must have been. I want to see the voting.
Yeah,
some race because 28, 7 and 7. Yeah, pretty much, basically what you said.
Yeah, that because I remember earlier in his career, we mentioned that usually if you win 65 plus, your team win. You get MVP. This is the first person to win 65 plus and not even be close in MVP. That was Kobe.
This year,
LeBron.
He was second.
Yeah, but he had two first place.
No, I understand that. I understand that.
It was a landslide, but in reality, LeBron
is back, right?
What happened?
Phil Jackson is back.
Phil Jackson was back the year before.
Yeah, okay.
Too. But the thing about this is, like at the time, I remember thinking like that's bullshit because I really did feel like Kobe was better than him, and obviously being a Laker fan, you don't appreciate your team as much as you should while you're there because the Lakers really did have the best team in the league, and to me, I was like, he only Pau Gasol's not that great or whatever. Like I was just trying to give Kobe more of but the LeBron clearly had the worst team, and
we're gonna show that they had the best defense in the league though.
Yeah,
they had a average offense, as you can see. Mo Williams, as you talked about from last season.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first year with the team, though, right?
Yeah. So this is like, we got you your guy, bro.
So now he's got a B at this. What would you say, B player, like B or B plus at this point?
Oh yeah, he's B max.
That's right. Okay, so he finally got a B player, and he turned it into 66 wins.
Yeah.
The wheels got to be turning on that. Going back to what if I get better players around me? What if I get better players around me? Because this is going to consistently be a theme throughout LeBron's career.
Yeah.
Zadrunas always there. Bear Zhao. These guys they have 2 giants inside. What was their paint defense?
Were they the number 1 defense in the league though?
They were. They were in opponent points per game. They were number 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're the number 2 team in field goal percentage at 43%. They're holding teams to. That's fucking insane.
In offense, they were 13th in offense. That's not too bad though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's average,
mm-hmm.
But it's really without LeBron, they're dead last.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, 100% dead last in offense.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, I definitely think there's a lot of LeBron getting the best out of these guys, but it is interesting to note that they are a defensive team first.
This was the first season that LeBron got an all-defense nod as well.
Yeah, I feel like that's first team, right?
Yeah, first team, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And that's another thing, so we talk about it all the time, but this year is that Kobe LeBron year. Because LeBron had just went to the finals in 2007. Kobe just went in 2008. Now you get the 2 kind of clash, and Kobe has the best team in the West. LeBron has the best team in the East. They're eerily close in wins per game and shit like that. Yeah. So it's they were really pushing that hype train. They had
even this what we're watching on our screen with the Knicks.
The Knicks had the worst weekend of their life. They had the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Lakers coming in, and everybody. It was a packed show because everyone wanted to see what was gonna happen, who was gonna kill them more. Like pretty much.
I really think as a kid, this fueled my Knicks hatred this week in basketball history. Because like
Really?
I watched this, and because this is my second year watching basketball, and I was like, if I was like, this is gonna be great. The Knicks are gonna get fucked up because this is when I think they didn't have Turioff yet, did they? Turioff was still in the Lakers.
He might no. He I think he's around. He's here.
Turioff and Jared Jeffries. Fucking.
Oh no, I think that's a little later. That might be a little
later. But either way, they still had a garbage ass team, and they were destroyed by the two best scorers in the league at this point.
Yeah, seriously, like because I remember I watched Kobe drop 61 on them.
Yeah.
And then literally right after, I remember seeing LeBron play them in my friend's house, and that was literally the first game I ever saw, like a full game of LeBron James. And because my friend was a huge LeBron fan, and I was a huge Kobe fan, and he was trying to tell me LeBron was better than Kobe, so I was already on some hater shit. So like if I was just introduced to him differently, I'm sure I probably would have been like, wow, this dude is super nice. But it was just like, fuck this dude, like he ain't better than my guy. Fuck that. What are we talking about here? But then I watched it, and I remember thinking in my head, but I was never gonna tell my freaking friend. Like so I was just like, wow, like because I remember his layup game was crazy. Like anything around the basket he was making. Yeah. And I was just like, yo, fuck this. Like this is some bullshit. And
this is the game against the Bucks here, where he got super hot and just started testing his range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the crowd's going crazy. You just saw the bench going crazy. It's funny that you brought up the inside paint stuff. Like, I'm not saying he became a marksman from three, but like that was
because he did have some hot games, and it was like
exactly.
He even said it when he was younger. If I'm hot and my jump shot's on, like there's no one that could guard me, and that's a fact. Because if he has a shot on, then at that point in his career, he was like he was easily the most athletic player in the league. He was the biggest, strongest, fastest. So it was like if you had your jump shot, you would be the best player in the league. But unfortunately, you didn't. And you got another guy that does that shit at this point. So I'm sorry, man.
Versus Milwaukee, 41. Oh no, this isn't it. But he really gave Milwaukee the dick. Oh my god. Hold on.
What was his highest scoring game this year?
I'll tell you in 2 seconds. So look at this. 8 for 11 from 3, 55 points.
Yeah, that's probably the game.
That's fucking bonkers. So yeah, that's got to be. He had 2 50-point games, or let's see how many in total. We'll get it. Yeah, 55 was the highest. 3 50-point games.
Yeah. He almost had a triple double against the Knicks, but
6 40-point games.
Because I remember they were saying it was a triple double like that whole weekend. Because it really counted as one, but I think it was like a weird rebound. Like
caught
a rebound and like tapped it to him so he could get the rebound to make it the 50-point triple double. I think that was like that would have been the first 50-point triple double in Madison Square Garden or some shit.
How many points? Oh my god. You know how we look at Giannis and I get mad about minutes?
Yeah.
It's just never something you're going to have to worry about here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he played 29.
Probably not the best.
29 games over 40 minutes.
Yeah. Imagine if LeBron had the minutes restriction Giannis did. Like, he might be playing until he's fucking 80 or some shit.
Yeah. No, maybe. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but I mean, you know what, though? Look at a guy like Tony Parker.
Yeah.
A guy who had a minutes restriction his whole career, but was a similar guy with athleticism, getting to the paint, a little smaller, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He lasted a while, but his career, it didn't like he didn't.
But the whole thing is I think Pop started doing the minutes restriction like later. Like he didn't do that from the beginning.
As early as 29, Tony Parker had a minutes restriction.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. But he started that minutes restriction thing with Tim Duncan.
Oh yeah.
And then he realized how that's going to benefit his whole team, so that's why he started doing it. But in the beginning, Tim Duncan was having 40 minutes per game nights often.
Yeah, I just wanted to see with LeBron because that's definitely something that we're going to see. I assume he led the league in minutes with the per game stats.
He was up there for sure.
It's got to be him or just like one other person. Andre Iguodala.
Wow. Where is he?
13. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is the first. This is where the league's at, though. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like 37.7 would probably lead the league now. No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
Harden's at like 30, 38, 39, something.
Yeah, nobody's playing 40 minutes a night though. Like or over 40 minutes average.
Yeah, no.
But 13th in minutes per game. And check the awards. Running away with the award. I think basically because they saw the Celtics run away with the East last year.
Yeah.
And the Celtics won 60 games and it didn't matter. LeBron still managed to get to 66.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I remember the top 4 teams at this point was, to me, it was the 3 on the East and then the Lakers. I never thought the Nuggets were like a top team in the NBA at that point. Like I felt like the top 4 teams were, and that's why I felt like the East was kind of tougher a little bit on that side.
Well, definitely at the top here. But look, once it's just an extreme drop off.
Yeah.
Whereas here we have a much
it's
more.
Like you're gonna have to battle everybody, obviously.
Yeah. And this year the Nuggets made the finals against the Lakers. Is that this season?
Yeah, the Western Conference. Yeah. But we gave some dick over there, man.
But all right, we're going into LeBron's.
My bad, yo. I always have to do that because it's just that was what I was following at that point, so it just brings me back to that.
Oh wow, a story told here. Sweep of the Detroit Pistons. Who's still here at this point? Are they all together still or no?
Yeah, Detroit was no.
So Rip Hamilton's here, and that's about it. This is a totally different. Sheed's still here, but he's not the same guy. 6 points a game. 34 years old. So this is not the same team that LeBron won.
Kwame Brown, look at you getting swept again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, that's what Kwame Brown does. Whatever you can think of that seems bad for basketball, Kwame Brown did that. Got LeBron 32, 11, and 7.5. Yeah. With a steal and a half per game. And he stand out. So he had 38 in the first game and 36 in the last game.
Yeah. He just fucked them up.
Put them to bed. Right? And that's basically the last time we're going to see Detroit. Do you remember Detroit in the playoffs after this point?
No. I think from that point on, they just
kind of it for them.
Yeah.
So that's round 1.
Detroit got to be nice again at some point because if you look at it, like every 20 years, they really like jump back. You know,
we got Hawks.
Yeah, that is like I thought that was pretty insane.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out LeBron's scores. Fucking hold on. Yeah. LeBron, 33, 8 and 6, 2.5 steals. A calm. Wow, someone on his team played more minutes than him in this series. It was Delonte West. It's probably guilt. Probably guilt for what we're gonna get into in a minute.
Yeah, because I gotta do it for my son, man. You know.
Yeah. Pretty much. So,
wait,
you don't know
what is happening?
Prepare for an education like no other.
Should I be scared?
For you people who don't understand what, like on Twitter right now, they're running something that's like they'll show a picture and then they'll say you had to be there.
Yep.
And like literally, you had to be there.
Yeah, and we're gonna explain it. This is not this season. This is the next season because we have the Magic here.
Facts.
So, but he loses in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were expected to get to the finals, face the Lakers. Lakers took care of their business.
Yeah, that was my thing too. Like everybody was hyping this LeBron shit up, and I'm like, yo, we about to smoke him. Like, so like just let it happen. And everybody was just cock-eating at that point.
Look, this is the reason
I'm over here and I'm rooting for LeBron because at this point I'm just like, I need you to come so we could beat your ass.
The next year, the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to pick up a 37-year-old Shaq. I'm pretty sure he's like 37, 36.
Mm-hmm.
Because they lost this series for one reason and one reason only. And it's this man right here. Dwight Howard, 26-13. He shot 65% for the series.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yeah.
That is fucking savage. And then LeBron, not to fucking be outdone at all.
Yeah.
Said 38, 8, and 8 on your face.
Because I remember thinking, I was like, this is dead not his fault. Like, he was just getting, like, that, the Magic team was just making every three in the world. Like, it was just difficult to stop that. And I'm not going to lie, seeing that in this series, it made me a little nervous because I'm like, yo, if they got these dudes raining threes like this, like when they come to my, I'm not gonna be happy about this. So, because it was just funny to like watch him lose because everybody was talking so much shit. But I truly did want him to win because I'm like, yo, I want to see the matchup. Like that's dope.
This Magic team would totally translate to this era.
Yeah,
like the way they're built with around the big man.
Especially with Dwight, he was pick and rolling. He wasn't having post game like that. That was what everybody was talking shit about him for. They were like, he doesn't have much of a post game.
Everybody
like pick and roll, and now that would be perfect in this era.
Everybody also known as Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah, but I mean, all of those like commentators and shit. A lot of people were saying that he needs a post game, and that's why he went and tried to develop one after the fact. And
so we're watching the fourth quarter of LeBron's first big moment. Like, I think this is the first one of these he had the 25 straight points against Detroit a few years back. And then he has this buzzer beater in game 2 versus the Magic.
Yeah.
In a series, as we saw a second ago, 38 points per game. He completely dominated.
Yeah.
Put the team completely on his back, making sexy no-look passes. That pass was sick. Fucking,
yeah, because the Magic are up 1-0 in the series right now, right? Or are they up 2 games? Oh, it's game 2, so yeah, so it's 1-0. Yeah,
they're up 1-0.
Yeah, so they they could have got swept in this series. Really, like if he wouldn't have made this 3. They probably would have swept him because they didn't win another game after that, right?
They won 2 games in this series.
Yeah. Oh, they did? Okay, gotcha. But they were definitely the Magic were like raining threes.
1 second left. LeBron sprint to the top of the 3-point line, pushes his man, sprint to the top of the 3-point line, jump catch, explosion.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in all of sports is when a crowd pops like that.
And the bang.
Yeah. Well, that's you. But I like the fucking
like when it happens, like while you're watching it and you hit the bang, like that shit makes it epic. I'm sorry. Like
you're a Mike Breen fan.
I didn't even know it was Mike Green. I don't give a shit about him. I just love it. He just like it's gonna sound different.
You give a shit about him if you like the bang, and you give a shit about Mike Breen.
Yeah, I guess I give a shit.
As a legend. But my favorite thing is just hearing the crowd just explode. Like the Dame Lillard shot, same kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like this shit is great. And the whole city's on this guy's back at this point. It's confirmed. He won an MVP. Like, he's supposed to take this team to the promised land. He's got chosen one on his back.
Yeah.
All the shit Skip Bayless says and writes his sack for. That's basically the narrative here.
And he goes,
Mad Van Gundy.
He was hating. He was like, what can we do?
It's okay, Stan Van Gundy. It'll turn out fine for you.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
But Delonte West back there, like, my son. But
Why do you keep saying this?
You will find out next season.
No, tell me.
It's all part of the story.
What were people saying about LeBron at this point? Like the people that you watch basketball, play basketball with.
People were just like, he's the best. People were definitely there were definitely people who thought he was the best player in the world, and there were definitely people who thought Kobe was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Like the generation The 03 draft had arrived. Wade's got 30 points per game.
Yeah.
Melo made the conference
Carmelo
finals.
just made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition here.
That's crazy. Melo was. That's how you know that they were really on some. I feel like this was a little bit more less stat oriented at this point, because Chauncey Billups being in the MVP conversation over Melo at that point, because Chauncey had just went to the Nuggets and had made them like better, way better. He was like, because Allen Iverson just left, got Chauncey Billups coming in. They traded, I think, for Chauncey. And it changed that whole team around, and they get to the Western Conference.
Melo was only 22 points a game.
Yeah, 23. I mean, you see, that's what I'm telling you. When it's for the guys he likes, he knows how to round. But he's just like, 22, yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, just because I want to keep track of this, because I mentioned it when we were doing our All-Star.
Yeah. Oh, Melo only played 66 games. That's another thing.
20 guys scored 20 points per game this season.
Okay.
So there's over 30 this season, FYI, or today in today's era.
Yeah.
Which is insane. That's why I brought it up, is because like as we go through these years, you're going to see the skill level is going to decrease, but it's like the 1% is going to be amazing, but everybody beneath them is going to be still like inefficient, and we haven't fully gotten into the era of efficiency yet.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, there's another thing. I mean, the pace completely changes, too. Like, when you're playing at a faster pace, you're going to score more points. Like, we saw it happen in the 80s for that 1 year. When the pace flew up in 87, everybody scored, like everybody's averages went up significantly.
True.